Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Adam. If you're new here, thank you very much for having a look at my video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you again so much for being here. Um, Apologies about last week. I didn't unfortunately have the time to record a podcast, only because I was tying up the monthly on clubs for this month for January. And it ended up taking me pretty much all weekend to get them done. But that was only due to the fact that I was doing them off and on, and I had other bits to do in between. But I really started with cleaning up the kitchen and emptying it, so I could just bring all my on dyeing stuff in there and get it all set up for Saturday morning when I started dyeing the yarns and getting everything ready, rinsing them, putting them in the spin dryer and all that. And on Sunday, by Sunday they were Sunday afternoon they were dry. I've got a plug-in air that helps out with drying them a bit quicker. So they were all ready by Sunday afternoon to be hanged up, tagged and posted out by Monday. So if you have purchased them, they have been sent out on Monday evening. I just about made it to the post office after work, but they have been all sent out, so hopefully they should be with you very soon. But it ended up taking me a lot longer on Friday and Saturday, only because it was one of the first. It was the first time of me dyeing yarn in a very long time. So a lot of the colours and the stock solutions that I obviously used to dye with, there weren't there wasn't any of them, so I had to mix up a lot of the colours and get it all ready, which I thought I would have done before I started dyeing, but no, as I was taking everything out, I kept noticing that, oh, that's running low and that's not going to be enough, and so yeah, it took me a lot longer than I was expecting. But now knowing that I can do them in one weekend, I'm feeling a lot better about them. Even though I have posted them out, they are still up for sale. You can purchase them until the end of January, which I can't believe we're getting close to. I mean, it's the 19th of January, Friday 19th of January. I'm going to try and upload the video today, so it's all all recorded and posted in one day. I'm just gonna also open up the my little list that I had last time, and I got halfway through with it. If you're scratching in the background, that's just Pepper trying to get in. But for today, I've shut him out only because Luke's home and just wanted to get the door shut and crack on with this so I can get it over and done with, uploaded. Because I don't want you saying, well, where is he? He's not uploaded anything in a week, but I'm here. So I'm gonna try and jump back into it. I mean, I think I got up to works in progress. I might be wrong though. So that's obviously changed quite a lot in the last 2 weeks. I've actually finished the blue and white and dark blue, or like a really rich blue shawl that I was making. I don't know how. I'm gonna try and insert a picture. I'm not gonna move, just over my face. It's gonna be hopefully there's gonna be the picture here of the shawl, only because I don't actually have it anymore. I've managed to sell it. Susan was one of my viewers. Susan, hi Susan. She was very she liked it very much and very kindly have purchased it already. So that's gone. What am I working? So I'm working on Judy's Creations and Crochets Mal make along for this month, which is a new there's a new type of inspiration pictures that we've started. Instead of the flowers as last year. Now she's doing tropical birds, so you can imagine it's full of colours and vibrant colours, and it's very exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong, the flowers were full of colours, but there was a lot of greens and backgrounds, and to be honest, I don't have many green colours, many green coloured yarns, so it was a bit difficult some of the months to come up with something. But obviously you could always pick other colours and something that was similar. But this time, obviously, there's going to be loads of colours to choose from, and you don't have to go with all the colours that are in the picture, but at least choose a couple or even one. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on. If you are taking part in the MAL and you don't want to see it yet until the actual video from Judy comes out, then look away. It's only going to be a quick couple of seconds. I'm using one of these Dove bath stuff travel gift bags as a project bag. Trying to live on a bougie budget. But yeah, so I'm making a shawl, surprisingly. I don't know where the crochet hook is. Hopefully it's in there. I don't know if I can show you the inspiration picture, but if I can't, it's on Judy's podcast. I'll link it below. So I've gotten this far already on the shawl. It's only the simple granny stitch shawl. I just really like it. It's just easy enough. It's mindless, and it grows quite quickly. So and I've mentioned this before. I like it when a project works up quickly, because I've got a short attention span, so I just want to get it done. But I'm enjoying the actual pattern, and I like how the colours are turning out. But the yarn itself, this is a story in itself. There is a wool shop in Lytham St Anne's, or Lytham, if you're from the area, Lytham, called Magic Loop, and I really like it because she sells yarns that you don't really get at Hobbycraft or some of the online websites. So it's nice, seeing what other stuff she sells. They're usually like what European brands do, and I quite like it because it's just different to what you see all the time. So she's got these big like bins or baskets, if you will, in the middle of the shop, and they are, I can't remember what she calls them, but they have a lot of mill ends of different brands, but mostly they're Lion brands. Mandala, however you say it. I don't even have the actual cakes because I used it all up. But she has the offcuts of them. I mean, obviously you're still getting a full skein of yarn, but you get, I think, 3 of them. So 3 of the 150 gram ones for £14. And I've seen them in Hobbycraft once, and the one ball goes for £10 usually. But because they're the offcuts, or the mill end, or whatever you want to call them, the colours were a bit all over the place. Now I don't know if mandala, if it is an ombre effect, or if it's just colour blocked and it goes from one colour to the next without any gradual changes, because like I said, I've never worked with it before, but I always wanted to, so I picked it up, and I didn't know what to really make with it until I saw the inspiration picture from Judy. So what I decided to do was to, using my own ball winder, start taking it apart, because when I first started working with it, I didn't like how the colours were changing randomly, and because I don't know if it's true, if it's the same with the original skeins or the original balls of yarns, with these, the colour changes were a bit off. So it would go from, it would start with white that had these blue speckles on it, which was just a bit odd. So it wasn't really white, it was white with blue speckles. Then it went to this green, that green, and then it went to the blue, but then it would overlap and it would just look a bit odd. And then all the colours were doing the same thing. So I just decided to use my own ball winder and just split up the colours. Now I had tiny little yarn cakes, which I thought I'm not going to be able to use like that because I'm going to be constantly changing yarns and sewing ends in, and I thought I don't want to do that. I'd had to sew ends in with one of my other black shawls, and I thought I just don't want to do it again. I hate it. I hate sewing ends in. So I decided to use the magic knot method. Magic knot? I'm sure it's called the magic knot. You know, where you tie it on one end and the other, and then you pull it and it creates a small knot, and you can cut the yarn and it looks absolutely perfect. So that's what I've been doing with this, but also I've been using 2 strands of yarn at the same time, so it's more of a size 4, like a worsted Aran weight yarn rather than DK, because I think originally it's a DK weight yarn. But when I was doing that, I thought what I can start doing is what I've learned about a couple of months ago in knitting. Obviously it's the same for crocheting, I think. It's called marling. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but when it's using 2 strands of yarn and then eventually you take away one and put another colour with it, so it has almost like a gradient effect without obviously having to buy gradient yarn. And that's what I decided to try to do with this. So if you look, I started with the green right at the top, and then I slowly introduced the blue, then it went to blue fully, then the yellow. They didn't have any yellow in it, so I just grabbed a skein from my scrap granny blanket that, if you've seen previously, I'm not working on it yet, eventually at some point hopefully. So I just added a skein of that to it. Then it went to the pink, magenta. I don't know, I'm a bit confused with these colours because some of them are pink, some magenta, some purpley, but then you go into the purples, and then dark purple and then blue. Now with this section I'm a bit confused because you've got the purples go into like a really dark blue, almost to black, and then go to navy, and then go to this light blue. But in some areas of it, the colour changes are so not obvious, the opposite of obvious. You can barely tell. I couldn't tell until I was caking them up, and then I thought, gosh, that's a different colour. I couldn't see that it was until it got to that point. So some of these are not 100% just one colour, and that's what's happening on, don't know what happened there, and that is what's happening with this most recent section. Some of it's the blue, some of it's the purpley colour, some of it's it works together, you know. It doesn't look too bad. That cat's gonna break that door down in a minute. And I'll let him in a minute, you can see him. But yeah, so it's working out okay, but at first I was a bit worried that the colours are not going to come through right, but it's looking fine, and I must admit, I really like it. At first I thought, gosh, it's going to be like a, you know, like a scrap blanket, but maybe not. You know, it's looking okay. I'd like to think so. So I'll just pop it away. Then I might have mentioned it before, that I was trying to get back into knitting because I've just not knitted in absolute ages. And I thought, I do want to knit, but do I want to knit another shawl? Because I know shawls, when you're knitting them, take a bit longer. And I thought, what can I do? What can I do? And I saw Susan post two pictures, this cat, of the Sophie scarf. And it just looked really simple, but in a good way. It has an I-cord edge, which I've tried, but I never actually worked with it. Bear with me. Bear with. Go on. If you knock the tripod over, we won't be friends, I promise. Come on. Won't be a sec. Come here. Come on. Oh. Whoosh. Come on. There we go. Say hello, Pepper. Oh, good lad. Do you want to come up here? The seat's gone all the way down. Come. Oh. Right, okay, you sit. Sorry about the cat, but good lad. So, yeah, I saw the you bloody make me laugh. So I'm sorry. Hopefully, you don't mind seeing a cat. Where was I? Scarf, that's it. So I saw Susan on Instagram posting about the Sophie scarf, which I wanted to give a try to, and I've got these yarn cakes from AliExpress, and I think Linan, you bought some of these from Temu. Well, I got these, like I just said, from AliExpress. And I got these a while ago with different colours. And I've only got one ball of this. So I decided to use it for the Sophie scarf because it's quite a thick yarn. And I thought, well, it's going to work out quite quickly. Work up quite quickly. And that way I can use it up. Please don't bite the yarn. I'd like to say I made a lot of progress with it. I haven't. That's it. That's the scarf I started. Once I finish the... Stop. Right, don't bite the yarn. Costs a lot. Once I finish the shawl, I will get started with this because I do want to finish it. It is an enjoyable scarf to knit. It's quite straightforward, and like I said, this way I can get back into knitting. It has been a long time. Just before I started recording this, I've realised I had a knitting whip from a very, very, very long time ago, about a year. Bear with. It's... Hey, no, that's yarn. Leave it. Can you move a little bit, please? Move your butt. There we go. Now he wants to leave, I bet. You'll have to wait. Bear with me. Go on. Go on. Go on. Sorry about that. this is a shawl I started. It's obviously knitted, using, I think it's James C. Brett's Cabaret. Really like the yarn. It's really nice, and it's a simple enough shawl. I like the colours of it, but I've only bought one ball of yarn, and I don't know what I was expecting. Why would one ball be enough for a shawl? It's not. Eventually, I'm going to buy a couple more and I can finish it because it is really nice. I must admit, I really like it. So hopefully next time I'll have a couple of balls of it so I can crack on with it. Because I do enjoy knitting. So that's what I've got, I think, is a work in progress, and also the virus shawl, which is in, no, this bag here. I think I showed it to you a couple of weeks ago. I'll get back on with that as well. I just, with the mals, I try to, the mals, I'm just trying to finish them as soon as, so I know that they're done for the month, then I can work on other things. And especially, when it's something mindless as a granny stitch shawl, it's just easy crocheting, and you can sit, watch TV and work on it. What else? Right, okay, so I've heard a couple of people talking about shopping your stash and working from yarn you've got. Well, there's a bit more in a couple of places, I think. Because I must admit, I'm quite happy with what I've got, and as much as, I keep looking on websites and seeing new yarns and everything I want to try, I don't want to buy yarn at the minute. I do eventually. I've got a wish list going on ice yarns, because that's where I want to do a big purchase from, because I always just find that it's a better deal than a lot of different places. But I've got to use up what I've got so far. So if you're interested in it, and please, let me know. I might go through all the different yarns I've got. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but there's quite a lot in the background behind all that, and down here, and like I said, in some other places. And I can maybe, it's scratching to get back, it's tough. What was I trying to say? Yeah, go through the different ideas I've got for each of them, and what I'm thinking of making with them. Mostly shawls, obviously. I just enjoy making shawls. But yeah, so I'm thinking about going through my yarn stash and showing you what I've got, and obviously if you've got any ideas and opinions, let me know, and I can see what I can do with them. I've also got possibly some yarn to sell, swap. I'll see what happens and what sort of feedback I've got from it. I've got some of this. Some of this James C. Brett. Extremely original name, bless him. But it's sorry, I should show you the colours, shouldn't I? I've got two of these, and they're DK, but they seem very thin for a DK. Maybe not. Obviously, it's different for everyone, but it's got 550 meters, 601 yards, 80% acrylic and 20% wool, and it feels quite. It feels like there's more than 20%. Obviously, there won't be, but it does feel very woolly, which I don't have a problem with. but because it's a very fine DK wool, I struggled to work with the other skein, so I've not been working with it. So I don't know if I'm gonna. That cat. I don't know if I'm gonna try and work with it, or whether, like I said, I'm gonna swap and sell and something like that. So if you're interested in it, I've got 2 skeins of these. Let me know what you'd be interested in if you'd like them, and then we can see what we can do. But yeah, I've got 2 of them. I've also trialed a couple of different things with yarn dyeing. I might have mentioned that I've purchased a couple of new colours that I wanted to try. I found a new supplier, and wanted to give them a try and see what colours they had, and you know, try them. So I had 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn, both superwash merino and nylon blends. I should show you. So that's one of them. I think it's 3 different colours that I've mixed, not mixed together, but applied, differently on the yarn. I think I can't even remember what I've got the colours obviously labelled out in the landing. I've not really wrote a recipe for this because, like I said, it was just a trial skein, but I really like how it's all looking together, so I might make it into an actual skein. Again, if you're interested, please let me know, and I'll look into dyeing some of these up. I've also put a very small amount of speckles on it because I wasn't sure how it was going to look. Yeah, there's literally a tiny amount. Oh yeah, it's all, well, it's speckled. It's here and there, and a little bit, and a bit more here and there. The other one, I'm not very keen on this. Plus, also, it's it was used to sample what I'm going to be making for the January Yarn Club, so I might not show it to you, only just in case you don't want to have any spoilers. So I'm not going to show that. I'll show it later once people have received them. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else at the minute. Yeah, I can't really think of much else. I've just been busy at work, and then once I finish work, I try to crochet as much as I can to start selling my shawls, and that's what I want to show you eventually. Some of the finished projects I have from the past couple of years. Obviously I don't have a lot of them, but I can show you the pictures. If you're interested in seeing them, let me know, and I can organise that for the next video, hopefully. Apart from that, I hope everyone's doing okay, and I hope the new year started out really well for you. I've noticed I've got quite a lot of viewers, which I'm really surprised by, and I'm really grateful, but I haven't got as many subscribers. So if you do happen to come back every time to watch my videos, please would you subscribe to my channel just to help out a bit, please. It just means a lot having subscribers and viewers, and having that bit of a support on YouTube as well. So yeah, if yeah, please subscribe and watch and like the videos. Also, please feel free to leave any comments you'd like, and anything you want to see, anything you don't want to see, what it is you want me to talk about, because I'm always happy to see the feedback and the reactions to my videos. Apart from that, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I said that before, sorry, it's been a long day. And yeah, take care everyone. Hopefully I should be back next Friday, and hopefully I can get this video out this Friday, so it's all done in one day. Look after yourselves. Happy crocheting, happy knitting, whatever you do, and I shall catch you next time. If I forget anything, I'm going to add it to the end of this video. Apart from that, bye bye. See you guys.